Hi guys, I have another card video for you today, and today we are going to play with the Simon Says Stamp card kit for January. Yay, I'm getting back into playing with them. But we're actually just using the stamp set. We are going to be inspired by the pattern paper that came with the card kit. And the things I'm taking with me from it is the color scheme, which I really love, which is a lot of this different blues and greens, a little bit of purple into that. And we're also going to take this white stars and snowflakes on this really strong background. So those are the two things we're taking with us from the pattern paper. We're actually gonna make this sort of one-layered. This depends on who you ask, how you define what one-layered is. We are going to work on a panel. This panel will then be mounted onto a card base, but the panel itself will be strictly one-layered. We are going to use the distress inks and some heat embossing and have a lot of fun. So let's get started. We are starting out with a panel. This panel is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and all of this because I want the card base, which is going to be white too, to be shown just a little bit. But this is the panel we're going to work with. We are going to heat emboss the full panel, so I'm going to start by prepping the cardstock so that we don't get any stray embossing powders. And then we are going to play with our Versamark. I have prepared us a couple of things. I have prepared our little sentiment, which is called Snow Much Thanks, from these stamps down here. I have also done a little grouping over here with some of the stars and snowflakes. Also, I have mounted on the other side the snowflake with a little heart, because we're going to use that too. Then we're going to use our gigantic stamp press. Still haven't gotten the smaller one. It was actually out of stock last time I looked, so I will have to wait for that. And we're going to use this little border stamp also. And this is why I use my stamp press, because it's such a big stamp. So first I just pick this up. I'm gonna use Versamark on all my stamping right now. So starting by just adding a whole bunch of Versamark onto the stamp. And then we are doing a border to the side here. This. There is no really rhyme or reason to it. It's just that I have a couple of places I sort of want them to be. So that's the first. It's gonna be hard to see where I stamp, but it's gonna magically appear when we start playing with the distress inks. So then we're taking our Snow Much Thanks, and I want that to be in the middle. Like that. We're taking the snowflake with the heart. See, I'm gonna do one over there, and then we're having one down here. Then we're taking our small groups and we're adding them here and there, and just by turning these little groups around, you will get them to fit a little bit differently. I'm going to add my embossing powder to this, see if I can see things a little bit better. And I'm using some clear embossing powder so that I will get the cardstock to shine through. Let's see if I can get this up here. Oops. Apparently I didn't stamp that very good with my little stars, but that's okay. We are going to add one little bunch of snowflakes up here, because it was a little bit empty. Now I'm gonna hit this with my heat tool. I have now hit it with my heat tool, and you can sort of see it if I do like this. And now we're gonna do the magic. I'm adding one of these sheet underneath so that I don't mess up my new fine cutting mat, but we're starting with these. So I want to start with some purple down here, go through blues towards greens and greys up there. So I'm taking the Dusty Concord. I think Seedless Preserves is one of those that is really, really great for this, but I don't have that color, so we have to use what we have. I go from the corners to reduce marks, but I'm using these round ones and they actually reduce marks themselves too, so they are actually more easy to distress with than these square ones. This is gonna take some time, so I'm gonna speed up the clips here and continue adding color. Now I have added all the colors, different colors to this. I'm gonna do a little bit of distressing this ink, just a teeny tiny bit. And I'm gonna do that with my little mini mister, but I'm not gonna mist directly on the project. I'm going to mist a little bit in my hand, and then just letting kind of big drops just pull down on the paper. Like that. And that is going to take a little time to react to get a little bit of this effect. So I'm gonna hit that with my heat tool carefully, because you don't want the embossing powder to melt. But I'll be right back. I have heated it a little bit, and I'm gonna go over a teeny tiny amount with my broken china right over those puddles to make this sentiment show up a little bit, because the puddles kind of made it a little bit disappearing a little bit. So, and this is, I think, one of the great things I like with playing with the distress inks, is that if things go a little bit out of hand, you can always just add some more ink and make things a little bit better. And there is our panel. we have a 8-2 card base. This is Resin Marshmallow, which this also was. This panel was out of Resin Marshmallow. This measures 5.5 by 4.25. So we are going to add that panel to our card. I have this tape. This is Scotch 3M mounting tape. I really like it. I have fallen in love with it. You all know that I'm a foam square addict, but this tape is actually really nice. It doesn't build that much, but it still gives me the effect that I want. And yeah, I really like it. I'm actually having a big roll coming in soon, so that is going to be awesome. So I'm removing the tape just the sides. Make sure you have it on the right direction. And be careful so you get it where you want it. And there is the card for today. It's quick, it's simple, and pretty nice effect. So thank you so much for watching. If you like it, please thumbs it up. It means a lot to me. If you have any questions, just comment down below. But remember to have answers added to your account. There's a few of you that have asked me questions that I can't answer directly on YouTube because you don't have the answerability on your little comment. So I see your comment and I put a little thumbs up on it because I have seen it, but I can't answer directly on YouTube if you don't have that little answer or comment thing on your comment. But yeah, thank you so much and I'll see you later. Bye!